Hello children, how are you? Hope you all are keeping fine children. Today I am going to do chapter number 14 from your geography book, atmospheric pressure. Children, as you can see in the slide, atmospheric pressure refers to the force per unit exerted against a surface by the weight of air above the surface. Now pressure is expressed in millibar. Children, here we whatever pressure, here there you have seen the arrow in which you see the pressure which is exerted on the earth per unit area, and it can be expressed as millibar. Children, now the instrument which used for measuring the atmospheric pressure is known as barometer. So children, here in your book also you can see the picture of barometer. Now children, here you are seeing that pressure which is exerted on the earth. Now atmospheric pressure is an important factor in producing changes in weather. Due to atmospheric pressure, weather changing takes place, and it is due to the air density which are responsible for variation in pressure. These variations cause horizontal movement of the air. Now you all know that horizontal movement of the air is known as wind, and wind transport heat and moisture from one region to another that help in occurrence of precipitation. You know very well what is precipitation because I have already told you the chapter of humidity. Now children, as you see, the pressure is exerted on the land, earth. Okay, so due to this pressure which is exerted, the horizontal distribution of air pressure you see, and this because of the wind. And here you see the when sun heats the air above the earth, the vapor or the warm air being light rises up and cool air takes its place, and this is the way how the movement takes place children. So here children, I have shown you the slide. We show you how the air pressure moves. What can, due to the less weight of the heated air, it rises up, causing the low pressure. Now children, here you see the factors. Now children, here first I will tell you that pressure gradient is defined as decrease in pressure per unit distance in the direction in which the pressure decreases. Means if you move toward the distance where the pressure decreases, that is known as pressure gradient. On the weather chart, this is indicated by the spacing of isobar. Now the gradient in steep where the steep area is, the isobars are close together, and where there is gentle slope, the isobar is far together. Now children, the factor here telling how factor affecting the atmospheric pressure. First is altitude. But at high altitude, the same air get cooled and become heavier, so it comes down. So children, as higher we go, the cool air, it is shown because high pressure, now it goes down. So children, when the pressure, as you go high up, atmospheric pressure, it gets low, and when you come to, as we go high, the atmospheric become thinner and thinner, and what happens, it goes high up. So children, this is the way altitude helps in the distribution of the this air pressure. Now vertical distribution of pressure, it is shown. The lower area or plain have high pressure, but the mountain area have low pressure. The lower area in the plain have high pressure, they are saying children. So this is the way this pressure works in the atmospheric in the higher altitude children, because water vapor and rotation of the earth is also responsible for the atmospheric pressure, because children, the pressure, water vapor, the more water vapor, the denser is the density of the air is more. Now children, water vapor and rotation of the earth we can do later on. because the first important factor that I am going to do with you is the world pressure belt. The main pressure belt of the world are the following. It is given in page 106, children. Then they are equatorial low pressure belt, then subtropical high pressure belt, then children it is subpolar low pressure belt, or we can say circumpolar low pressure belt, and the last one was polar high pressure belt, children. Now you see here they have shown you, I have shown you this slide. Now I will show you the different slide. The fourth one is polar high pressure belt that I have already told you. Now one by one we will take. Now this is the equatorial low pressure belt. Now what happens, children, in this? The low pressure belt extends to 0 to 5 degrees north and south of the equator, and due to the vertical rays of the sun here, there is a intense heating. The heat is very much because it is, children, equatorial region. The air therefore expands and rises as convection current, causing a low pressure belt here. So when the air is very hot, it goes up, okay, and the cool air takes place. So when the when the wind is hot, it is becoming light and goes up, creating a low pressure, and cool air takes its place. This low pressure belt is called as a doldrums because it is in the zone of total calm without any breeze. There is no breeze in this area, in this belt. That is why it is called doldrums. Now children, next pressure belt that I will show you is here it is the same, children. I am to show you equatorial low pressure belt, which I have already explained. Now next slide that I will show you will be of subtropical high pressure belt. Here we are just showing the movement of the belt. Now children, subtropical, children, the slide is the wrong here. I will show you the slide afterward. I am going to read this. Subtropical high pressure belt is the another one. At about 30 degree north and south of equator lies the area where the ascending equatorial air current descends. Now the air current descend, they come from higher to lower point. The area in this area of high pressure, it is also called horse latitude, children. Wind always blow from high pressure to the low pressure. Now children, I told you what is low pressure and high pressure, okay children. So the wind is always blowing from high pressure to low pressure. So the wind from subtropical region, so you see the subtropical region here, it is shown. So the wind from here, from subtropical region, blow toward equatoric or trade wind, as trade wind. Now they move toward the equatorial region, and this wind is known as here trade wind, and toward subpolar low pressure as westerlies. Now there are two names given for this. The air with wind that blows toward the equator is known as trade wind, and the same wind that blows toward the subpolar region is known as westerlies, children. So here I have told you about subtropical high pressure belt. Now children, the next one, the two are left here. Children, I suppose the time is running off, so I will send you the next slide of circumpolar or polar low pressure belt and other polar belt in the next video. Till that time, children, you go through the lesson and find out the question answer of humidity and do it in your copy, children. Okay children, then I will end up my class here. Take care of yourself. Have a good day, children.